The fall of Damascus, in fact, the fall of Syria is sending shockwaves around the world. And with each passing hour, there are reports coming of even more prisoners being discovered deep beneath prison cells and detention centers across Damascus. What does this mean? What does Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, the once al-Qaeda affiliated Nusra Front, mean for the future of Syria? To get an idea of this, we're joined once again by Salem Rizk. He's a Emmy Award-winning Syrian film director. Salem, the first question, as a Syrian refugee living in exile, what does the fall of Damascus and the end of Assad rule mean for you personally?
For me personally, will not be that. I'm playing with you. But it's like this regime everything in my life since I born. I born after I born like six. I actually when I born, my father he was a fled Syria, ran away from Syrian regime, and then my mom fled Syria and lived all most my life in exile. I think I came back in 2003 to Syria. The minute I arrived to Syria, I've been arrested by Syrian regime. Then after for 6 months, and my family paid a lot of money to let me go to free me. And then before around the revolution, I've been arrested again for 2 years. So totally understand the suffering for the families and the people in the prison, because I was one of those prisoners. I was lucky to leave the prison early time in revolution before they get more crazy. The problem, one of the first thing the people ask when they go to demonstration about the prisoner. For first day, for first demonstrations, people was want the prisoner out, and this regime built a lot of prisons, and we don't know all the prisons. Even if you are arrested in one of those prisons, you don't know when they take you out to ask you some question or like this. They close your eyes, you cannot see anything, and you don't and you walk somewhere. So even if you are been in summer prison, you don't know exactly where you are. And when they free you, they take you out of the prison and they free you in the bus station or something like this. So literally, like, there's a lot of prisons in Syria. People, they don't know really where they are and what happened. And this take us for a important point for the night when the regime ran away from Damascus. Unfortunately, until Hayat Tahrir al-Sham arrived to Damascus, taking them time, which is understandable because they were at Homs, and everything happened in Damascus was very, very fast. And I think first few hours was chaos. And as a moment, a lot of intelligent officer ran away. A lot of data we miss. Yesterday happened multiple explosions in the security buildings. All this data have been missing. A lot of data. I think we lost it.
Did you expect Bashar al-Assad's regime, or the Assad regime, for 54 years it was in control of your country? Did you expect it to disappear like this?
Honestly, I wasn't ever like I'm not was really think how will be reality. To be honest with you, because I think maybe I'm not one to dream something never will be happen. Because like after long, like as I mentioned, my dad has a dream to this regime to fall, and then the revolution start, and a lot of this point happened around this 14 years. So how will be filled? I think for a really long time, maybe I wasn't thinking about it.
And now you have Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. We spoke about this, formerly al-Nusra Front, And it's divided opinion. People that were supporting the Palestinian cause, for example, are saying, oh my God, if you think Bashar al-Assad was bad, just wait till you see what Hayat Tahrir does.
I know, like, I heard this a lot. First of all, we don't know what will be in the future. And people, or they want Syria to be, some people think Syria tomorrow will be Switzerland, and some people think Syria tomorrow will be Afghanistan. Nothing in the middle. I think, first of all, I I don't know what exactly will be happening. Nobody will know what will be happening. At the moment, what we are seeing from Hayat Tahrir al-Sham is looking good. I trust him. No, I'm not trusting anybody in general, not Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. But nothing will be, like, at the end of the day, there's nothing worse than Bashar al-Assad. Like, let's be honest. Whatever is, at the end of the day, one of the good thing as a moment, we not have many powers in Syria. This maybe after all this civil war, putting like Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, if I accept them or not accept them, that's not the issue. But it is one superpower as a moment in the country. This really good thing, because if you have many groups, the early time of in 2011, 12, 13, you have billion of groups. As now we are talking about one or two group. So it is like much easier to deal. Uh,
Yes, much easier to deal. I hear you. And we'll speak about the different groups that are involved in all of this as well. Tell me specifically about Hayat Tahrir Sham. They've moved in. Jolani has spoken at the Umayyad Jami, Umayyad Mosque, and he said, no revenge killings, don't target government buildings, keep everyone secure. Hitesh fighters cannot tell women to cover their head, cover their heads. So the messaging that he's giving, and he's got the former prime minister, there's a transition that is taking place. So the messaging and what he's doing seems to send a message that it'll be a peaceful transition, that they've learned their lessons, that they'll try to maintain the peace. Is that the sense you get?
well, yes, this what I get. But again, Ali, let's be honest. There is people, like, we are talking here about revenge. I think there's thing he can and there's thing he cannot. I think if he not make a way to take revenge from a lot of Alawis officers and people was in charge for security intelligence, nobody will listen to him. In the end of the day, there's a lot of people lost families, lost. If you not show the people, like, now all of us, we are talking about, oh, what will be happening to the Alawiya, what will be happening for this. But also, you have to think, you are talking about 12 million people. A lot of them lost some member, and they were living between Turkey and the border in very bad situation. He cannot tell them, hey guys, what about we forget everything happened and start building our lovely country. Nobody will listen to him. Has to be some way to bring those officer to the court, have like a really transition with a big account, account, how you say this in English? Sorry?
Accountability, justice.
Accountability. If you not do that, you not will control the people revenge, which is understandable. Like I saw, for example, last from yesterday, yesterday and day before yesterday, a lot of singer or actors or Syrian regime journalists, they change the profile of them and put it the Syrian flag and like, oh, really sorry, we wasn't know this. And some of them they take videos with a lot of people behind them been killed just, and a lot of I think even the most liberal activists say like, okay, it is not if you put a post and we will that mean we will forget what you are doing or who you are supporting and how you are supporting. Like it is not okay. At the end of the day, those dictator country, if you are an artist or a journalist, you have to give him some support to survive. But there is different kind of to be like to do it in a way and like one of the singer he was saying like this like 6 days ago, uh wake me people from Idlib, I'm coming to make my New Year's party in Idlib after we kill you all. And yesterday he put the flag of the revolution and say like all of us brother and sister Alawi and like I'm sorry, what? So this is the thing. Like you have to have a, a court to deal with all this shit.
So the Middle East has changed completely because of these power dynamics. As
Oh,
a result of it.
definitely. Ali, like it was a highway between Tehran to Beirut, and you cut the highway.
Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. You've cut one highway, but now other highways are opening. The road to Damascus is lit with cars. The roads from Turkey are now lit with cars. Lebanese, Jordan, it seems like people are desperate to go back. Is
Yeah,
that the sense you get?
actually, yes. Even yesterday, I was in demonstration here in London, and a lot of people just they want to get back home, and everybody said like the problem is the tickets became too expensive to Lebanon or Turkey or uh, because there's tons of people who want to come back, and also you know if you are living in Europe or maybe you can't wait to come back. But if you are living in tent in Turkey or live in tent in Lebanon or Jordan, you want to come back to your house today before tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's interesting because there was this anti-Syrian refugee movement in Turkey. There was a lot of hate crimes against Syrians in Turkey, but the Turkish economy was being run by Syrians because of Syrian cheap labor, getting paid one third of what, no insurance. As people that lived in Turkey, we know this.
Well, the thing is, Ali, you are your background Pakistani. My background is Syrian, and we live in the West. And it's same conversation for far right. The refugee take the job. The refugee done this, and when you look at your economy cannot functional without the refugee. This conversation. Listen, all my life I am a refugee. Since I was in Iraq, I heard this conversation since I was 8. And in reality, most of the time, like a place like Germany cannot functional without refugee.
And Turkey and
And
Turkish
Turkey,
economy. With so much cheap labor that came in from Syria, so many skilled workers, and they were ridiculed and they were bullied and they were told, go back to your country. And now they're going to go back to their country, but the economies will suffer.
Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of people in Turkey and Lebanon, particularly, they want to come back directly to Syria. At the end of the day, this first time they can come back, even if your area was liberate. For example, if you are from Idlib and your area is liberate, but you cannot come back because all the time there is bombing. This time there is no bombs is finished forever.
Berin. They used to call them Berin.
But,
Tell us
but
about these barrel bombs.
yeah, but I mean,
Baramin, yes, they used to call because it was literally a barrel, like a oil barrel, and they used to put shrapnel, metal pieces, TNT, and they used to pack it up and they used to take it on a helicopter. And we covered the aftermath. You've covered the aftermath of this. Yes. And the children that were devastated, all the children that were amputated. The
Not just
devastation that it caused.
not the sound of those bombs was scary like and the destroyed is doing is crazy, and it is not a smart bomb going in. No, it's going God nowhere, and when
It's the dumbest and the cheapest bomb you can make. And
exactly.
Assad regime, because it didn't have any foreign bombs or aid coming before the Russians arrived, they were using these barrels, crude barrels, taking them out and dropping them indiscriminately.
Sorry, yeah, and I witnessed for thousands of people die from this. I remember in 2013 or 14, I believe, I was embedded with a white helmet, and every 2 hours we are jumping from place to place to rescue people. And I think you remember this Canadian journalist. He was embedding with a white helmet. He died from one of those storms.
Ali Mustafa.
Yeah.
His name was also Ali Mustafa.
Name Ali Mustafa. I remember what happened with him because, but I'm not remember his name.
Yeah, he was his original name was Carlos or something, and he changed his name to Ali Mustafa, and he was born in 1982, 1 year after I am. And the only reason I know, because I was covering Syria as well during that time, and there was a Wikipedia page that had my picture and his details. So everyone be like, "But you're dead." Nauzikullas. Anyways, a remarkable situation. People are going back. Are you going to go back? Are you thinking of going back to Syria, Salem, or your family?
Well, I don't know with my family still. As I as you know, most my family life is out Syria. Uh, I'm going back maybe next month, maybe not. I don't know. Still, everything not clear. There is nothing. I'm not deciding anything. I want to see. I'm not want to let the adrenaline take me like, let's go jumping. I want to a little bit wait and see what's going on. Definitely I will go visit, but I'm not think I will go leave there.
Finally, Israel is bombing. Like Israel has taken over after the Damascus regime fell. They took over Quneitra. They are bombing Damascus. There are other reports are coming in that they might move into other areas. You also have the SDF and the American presence in Manbij and the north. And they may be talking about, there's some talk of moving them to the Jordan border or border with Israel. So there's a lot of talk. There are a lot of things that are still happening.
Yeah, it is everything fresh. Like Israel bombing was bombing before and after, and I think as a moment. Listen, I hate Israel. I'm not, but as a moment, I can understand. Maybe the only thing I can understand why they are doing this or what they try to do. Sorry,
What are they trying to do?
I think they are just trying to protect the border order to not let any jihadi or Allah people to also Iraq to right.
Everything is possible. The possibilities are endless. Now that there's a new dawn in our lifetimes, for the first time, you have, at least for now, a free Syria.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Salem. So I'll give you the last word. I'll give you the last word. Any last word? Go ahead. For our
Well, again, I would like to say it, babe. People think Syria tomorrow, some people think Syria tomorrow will be Pakistan, and some people Syria tomorrow will be Afghanistan. This, not.
It can go either way.
God know what.
It can go either way. Salam. Thank you so much, Salem Rizk. He's a Syrian in exile. Now that Syria has been liberated, we'll see. We are all waiting to see what happens next. Thank you again. Do like, subscribe, and share this content. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.